Hi Virgo singles, I hope you guys are doing well. I want to get into your reading for September 2022, but before I do that, I want to apologize for being gone for a year. That was not intentionally wanted, but intentionally taken. I recorded a video on my platform. It's called Life in All of Its Forms, I Love You. If you are interested in seeing what I've been up to or what's been going on in my life, it's a lot of stuff that I have no control over, but I am here. And yeah, so check that out if you're inclined to. And with that being said, I want to go ahead and revamp my channel. So with that, I'm going to be putting out more content, but also if you find yourself resonant with readings, please please share. If you're new here and you find that you resonate with what I have to say, my information, my slant on things, please feel free to subscribe. I would love to have you as this channel builds back. So yeah, with that being said, let's get into your reading, Virgo singles. So I feel here that you guys are dealing with a potential situation where your heart is of importance right now. I feel like I'm gonna cry. It's like, you know, when you get that lump in your throat that hurts, that's like immediate right here. You have the Ace of Cups coming out in your past energy. It's kind of like the foundation of the reading here. Now, the Ace of Cups is about relationships, about opportunities that are emotionally satisfying. It's about exchange of love, communication of love. It can also be apologies, different types of connection within emotional balance. But it's also, with what I'm feeling here, it's like, it feels like in your past you may have had something where you perhaps in a relationship here, and it feels like there was an element of feeling very much balanced and at ease with a person, or like with the Temperance card, this Sagittarian energy. But with that energy, it's feeling like there is a beautiful connection, a security in that. It does feel like there's love, or at least being able to freely express love here. So that's the past energy. And then the current energy is the Seven of Swords. So it's like a very drastic switch there. And the Seven of Swords is all about, you know, problematic situations in our life, people that can be problematic, you know, plans. I mean, this card that says plans need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. So that's on that card, but like, it doesn't exactly have to be that. I do want to emphasize, though, the Seven of Swords is a very difficult card to deal with. Now, if you are not dealing with any type of previous relationship, because I almost feel like this is kind of like residual relationship energy. If you are not or have not been in a relationship, there's an element here where it's like, to better gain access to your emotional bodies, to better gain access to your spiritual connection in yourself, it's almost as if some of you may need to be removing yourself in a way from other people that is like, and it may seem a little bit harsh to some people, but it's more so putting yourself first. The Seven of Swords, in that regard, it's like dropping everybody for myself, you know, which can feel like a betrayal to people. It can feel uncomfortable to people. It can be like, what happened to you? You just evaporated. Well, sometimes we need time for ourselves, you know, and so in that capacity, the Seven of Swords can talk about really just kind of taking that time for you, regardless of anybody's feelings involved, or regardless of what people think of you or your actions to do so. So it's kind of taking care of yourself in a selfish way, but you know, sometimes that's necessary. Then you move towards the King of Wands here. So this is a fire sign energy, Leo, Aries, and Leo, Aries, Sagittarian energy. This is masculine energy, but it can also mean somebody who is actually feeling, it's almost like when you're feeling like you are finally ready to move forward, when you feel like you're finally ready to go in a different direction, experience new purpose. And I asked for oracle energy, and you have guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Guilt here. And then I asked for, I'm using the Denied Oracle deck. And this is kind of like, it's indicative of shadow work, but it's also helpful with information. So the card that you got is Denial here. It is time to face the truth. And then at the bottom of the deck, you have Meditation. The answer lies within. And under Meditation, you have Liar. Someone isn't telling the truth. Seven of Swords. And then under that, you have self-awareness here. So be conscious of your own behavior. So maybe there's an assessment here of a person, of your own behavior. Perhaps if you're not dealing with anybody, maybe the way you remove yourself from a situation might be a bit harsh and perhaps a bit unfair to people. But I feel it comes from a place of hurt, and I feel you're kind of ascending to a different level of confidence through this experience, and you have acceptance and you have guilt. So yeah, it was guilt, and I'm sorry, you also have acceptance here. So there's the card of acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So, you know, and with Temperance at the bottom of the deck, this is really talking about seeking balance in your life, seeking balance in how you go about things. I do also want to say for some of you, if you know, and this is for a slim majority, but like if there is anybody here dealing with situations where perhaps you're drinking or like over indulging in things, it's going against yourself, and I think you're kind of paying the price for that. So let's go ahead and get into this reading. Let's clarify a little bit here for you guys. Can you please show me the Ace of Cups for Virgo singles? Please show me the Ace of Cups for Virgo singles, please. Jeez, you guys. First card out, you have the Seven of Swords with the Ace of Cups. You have Judgment, Scorpionic energy. You have the Nine of Swords here. Also, you have the Three of Wands, and at the bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Cups serving up the Ten of Swords, serving up the Five of Cups, serving up the Tower. So whatever has happened here in the past, Virgo, your past placement here is rough. It's rough. And with the Seven of Swords popping up twice, it feels like either two people are fighting or you've removed yourself from a situation that's really like, it can indicate that you're still dealing with that though. But this talks about offers of love, offers of connection, but it's giving out, it's giving out like the Ten of Swords energy. So what is this? This is betrayals. This is lies, deception. This is people stabbing you in the back. How is that coming with love? How is that coming within, like, it's almost like it's a concealed message. It's like a concealed outcome here. Like maybe it was presented as love with the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups, but it came with the Ten of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Swords, Five of Cups, Tower. Like this is defeat in a love relationship. This is defeat in an emotional connection. This is deception in an emotional connection. And we have the Three of Wands here telling me that, again, I kind of have to piggyback on that feeling of in the past you may have felt very secure or very in love or very something, very connected with this, but it's starting to prove itself that this is not what you wanted. And it came with this energy instead. So there may be guilt on your part or a need for acceptance here. At the bottom of all of that too, I do want to say the Sun is here. And I pulled all of those cards because it felt like that message was like, okay, keep going. So the Sun is talking about awareness, balance, understanding where you're coming from, understanding the illumination of how this actually is a benefit to you, you know? It's finding out new information here. And I guess I say that too because you might be finding out new information to this situation here, Virgo singles. So can you please show me the Seven of Swords here for Virgo singles? So you have the Star in reverse, and you also have the Three of Pentacles upright with the Two of Swords here, and then the Three of Cups and the Hangman under the Three of Cups with the Lovers under that. So I do want to say here, Virgo, with the Star in reverse and the Three of Pentacles in reverse, I almost want to say like, the people that you're around, do they really see your worth? Do they see your value? Do they dim your light? What is the connection here? Because it's almost as if like the connection is among friends, or we need to take a deeper look at the connection here. If it's a love relationship that we're involved in, the Justice card is coming out after that. So it's like big decisions regarding the connections that we have in our life. But either way, the Star in reverse with this energy, it's almost as if like we're engaging the energy with the Three of Pentacles. You know, that is to connect with people, that is to be on the same page, that is to observe the same goals and go after the same goals. But like Star in reverse really indicates somebody who's not being seen. They are blocking themselves from their true potential. And in that way too, I do want to say that the Seven of Swords can also be a self-sabotatory energy. The Five of Swords too, but the Seven of Swords is like really bad. It's like, okay, you know, really bad self-sabotatory energy. So we have the Two of Swords here. Now the Two of Swords indicates decision making, and it's heart over head. It's decisions that we're not out with yet. It's really, really deep decisions. You know, if you look at this card, you see this person, they're basically, you know, they've got their heart crossed. They've got the moon, a sliver of the moon in the background, and they're completely surrounded by choppy waters. So this is a card of emotional disturbance. This is a card of not being able to create or decide upon what you need to do. But if we're with people that don't see our value, if we're with people that do not support our value or see us as what we are, because this is upright, this is a card of ascension towards what you're actually supposed to be doing in your life. You know, in reverse, it almost, I'm sorry, I'm like sticking to cards. It almost feels like we're involving ourselves and connecting to a situation and getting on a same plate with people who do not observe this. And all of his Seven of Swords energy, it's almost self-sabotatory, you know? So it's like now we have to really sit with our feelings and think about how this goes, okay? So what is the depth of the connection here? Is this friends? You know, is this to be friends? From lovers to friends? You know, we're on the fence here. Hangman energy talks about a considerable evaluation, taking a pause, needing to really look at all aspects of a situation to see where you gel with them, to see what you can incorporate, to see what you need to remove. It's an observation card. It's a time away from things. And if this is the energy, the Seven of Swords that you're dealing with, I would definitely say take some time from that. So here, let's get into the King of Wands here, because like this is your future energy. I do also want to say denial is here. I'm going to pick one for denial here. Show me denial for Virgo. It is time to face the truth and meditation. The answer lies within. Denial for Virgo, please. So you have the Sun here and the Two of Pentacles. This is weighing out opportunities and options, different positions in your life, different opportunities that you can step towards. With the Sun, you have this illumination. You have an understanding of how you feel, how you have grown through this, what insights has this situation given you. The Sun is a very positive card. It's the most positive card in the deck. And it's kind of lighting the way for a different path. This is about different paths, but if you look in the background here on the Two of Pentacles, you see all that choppy waters, the boats, the ships in the choppy waters. We're trying to get footing on solid ground. We're not wanting to be in emotional chaos, and this can talk about juggling situations that cause chaos. We want stability, so the Sun lights that way. The Sun illuminates what we need to do, and for that to be on denial, you have also in that kind of run, you have the Two of Cups with the Ace of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. So it's like hanging on and giving another chance to an energy here that might be in denial about, you know. So please go ahead and, because if this is a love reading, or like if this is like a cleanup of love or some sort of painful experience here, Virgo, it feels like denial is here. Maybe we're out of balance here. There might be guilt and the necessity for acceptance. Show me guilt for Virgo singles. Wow. you have the King and Queen of Pentacles coming out in reverse together for guilt, and the Ace of Swords. So that's a heavy energy. I mean, the King and Queen of Pentacles in reverse, these are people who, let's go with the Queen first, okay? The Queen of Pentacles in reverse can be somebody who neglects themselves. They neglect their heart, they neglect their home, they neglect the health of their mind, their physical body. It's somebody who can squander money. It's somebody who might be obsessed with materialistic things. That can also play into the King of Pentacles in reverse. The King of Pentacles in reverse is a very, it can be a very underhanded, self-serving energy. Somebody who doesn't really care about other people. They just get what they want. It's their goal to get what they want. They're very controlling. They're very like power hungry. And this is not a healthy match. So you may be dealing with another earth sign here, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energies. But there's a necessity for you to look at the situation through a clear lens here. Try not to deny what is in front of you. Here's the Sun to illuminate. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Wands with the Strength card. So this is talking about finding your purpose. I love that this is here because it tells me that there's more chance for you to actually start to ascend to the levels of life where you're supposed to be versus karmic entanglements, I guess it feels. You know, all relationships have karmic layers no matter what, but it just feels like that is there. And guilt too, King and Queen of Pentacles can also talk about like loss of money or people like squandering resources, you know. And also too, with this is not a foundation that you want to be a part of. This is a destructive connection here. And it's equally destructive. And we have the Seven of Swords in this reading twice. So it's almost two people being destructive. Under that, you've got the fucking Hermit with the 10 of Cups. So this is really, and the Ace of Cups, Two of Wands, Eight of Cups. This is basically talking about, Virgo, you need to look at your happiness. What brings you happiness? You need to look at what you are offering to others or what others are offering to you. What is the solid core there? What are they genuinely offering you? Because we have these two cards of movement, but in which direction? We've got the Two of Wands that's wanting to go towards a new direction, but then we have the Eight of Cups, and in this way that they're positioned here, it's almost as if like this person is walking backwards towards something. It's like walking back. Because the direction to move forward is this way. This one's walking this way. You know, what are we giving our time and energy to? The Hermit wants us to retreat within ourselves. The Hermit, this is your card, Virgo. The Hermit is asking us to assess what kind of happiness we choose and want in our life. Who are the people in our community? Who are our friends? Who are our lovers? Who are our family members? Who are the ones that actually are supposed to stick with us? So, all right, show me the King of Wands then. This forward movement for Virgo, please. I can't even make this shit up. The Queen of Wands with the Strength card, King of Wands, bottom of the deck, you have the Chariot here. So Virgo, with the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands in Strength and the Chariot showing up, this is a go. This is a go energy. This is also talking about being connected to people who are of like mind, are of like passion. This energy here, this is asking us to have the patience to get our emotional and mental sides connected so we can actually have forward movement here. What I'm feeling with all this Seven of Swords and all of this cataclysmic stuff that's happened in the past with the Ace of Cups, I feel that this is kind of this way. I feel like we're not moving yet because it feels like we're holding on to something here. We're not moving forward yet, but this Chariot is asking us to balance out. So if you look at the bottom, you will see that there is a black and white Sphinx here with the charioteer in his, buggy or whatever, chariot. That the Sphinx being opposite colors, polar opposite colors, it's talking about finding balance within your emotions, within reality, within your situation, so you can actually be steady to move forward. And with Strength here, it's asking for patience in regard to that. But I like the Queen of Wands here for this too, because when you start moving forward, it feels like you will be connecting with people who are of like mind, who are of like passion. These are very passionate energies. King and Queen of Wands, these are passionate people. These are people who are leaders. These are people who are very influential in communities. These are people who people look up to. This can talk about people who are writers, orators, speakers. These are people who have, especially with the Queen of Wands, this is somebody who is very spiritually connected, very spiritually inclined. They're very connected to their intuition. And here with the King of Wands, if this is not another person in your life, it's almost the Queen of Wands is now ascending to the King level. So it's like there's a mastery here. There's a mastership in regard to focus, passion, forward direction towards your goals. And it's kind of like the King of Wands can be a little bit stagnant sometimes until they're ready to move forward here. So it's almost as if like we have that go energy for this. So I really like that. Bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Pentacles here, which is talking about, the Knight of Pentacles can talk about opportunities within new positions and jobs. It can talk about working in the health field. It can talk about new education, college. It can talk about dedicating your time to healing pursuits, you know, but either way, the Knight of Pentacles, no matter how you slice it, is a very dedicated energy. It's somebody that is willing to deal with, you know, the not so nice aspects of getting to your goal. You know, it's somebody that like accepts all of the aspects and goes, okay, well, it's going to be a challenge, but look at me, I can do it. And this is your energy, Virgo. And it leads to the Hierophant and the Empress here. So, I mean, if we're talking about stability here, this is where it leads. This is a very, very potent energy here, Virgo. The Empress is new opportunities, new positions in life, holding a position in life. I also want to say too, with the Hierophant, this can be somebody who, you know, this is a very spiritual human being. So if you have that energy within you, Virgo singles, it's like the Hierophant is spiritual. You know, it's religious, it's spiritual, it's conventional, it's traditional. But like within this aspect here, especially with the star in reverse, it's like trying to ascend to a higher level of self. And it feels like this is the outcome that you're able to achieve, you know. So in regard to matters of like psychic awareness, spiritual awareness, being able to almost like guru-like energy, that's the kind of energy there that presents. So it feels like you guys are ascending to a different level of balance within yourself, that you're able to, I'm getting like a little bit of spoon food. It's like a baby in a high chair with a little bit of spoon. I'm getting this image of a little baby with a spoon. So it's like baby bites, baby steps, baby bites, baby steps. Little bites, baby steps. Incremental growth here. What is acceptance? Did we do acceptance? What is acceptance about? All right. So acceptance, we have the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the Death card in reverse, and then we have the Four of Cups. So this energy in regard to acceptance here, Virgo, first of all, the Death card in reverse talks about situations that have ended or need to end, yet we're still trying to entertain them, okay? King of Wands is somebody who is not, they can talk about, in reverse, can talk about somebody who's very self-serving, somebody who doesn't really care much about other people's opinions or direction in life. It's just to serve them. This can be a very heavy, problematic energy for people. But I also do want to say with the King of Wands in reverse, it can talk about somebody who is not ready yet to move forward. They don't have all of the words, or they don't have all of the drive to move forward yet. They're still kind of like in a healing mode. So I like that you also ascend to the King of Wands, and if this is truly a singles reading, it's an ascension. It's a point where it's like we're able to rebalance our life, we're able to feel good about ourselves and our direction, we're able to go in that direction. How we get there is to reject things of the past that should be dead, should be gone, should be done, but with it in reverse, again, we're kind of going back to it. So it's asking us to be very clear in that rejection, because here we are giving to someone who's like not even looking at what's being given to them. This person is more focused on the 3 cups in front of them. You know, this can talk about being focused on friends, focusing on things that are just in front of them, you know, and they're not seeing the opportunity that's being presented. So there is that energy here. So as far as acceptance is concerned, it might be time to accept that maybe something doesn't need to be given to anymore, or an energy doesn't need to be given to anymore if you're single. And with the King of Wands, genuinely what I'm feeling here is like kind of a defeat energy, but I also feel here, Virgo singles, that like you ascend with that, you come up through that. There's a level of acceptance here, and when that happens, we end up turning this upright here. We end up having a moment of mastery, and I feel like this is kind of a self-mastery energy, okay? These are self-made people, and I feel like this is a self-made energy here, a self-mastery energy. Oracle, denied shadow work, denial, it is time to face the truth. Meditation, the answer lies within. And then underneath all that, liar, someone isn't telling the truth. And I would believe that with the Seven of Swords coming up twice in this reading. So I feel like here, Virgo singles, I'm going to get 1 card for advice, but I feel here you guys are on a very unique path that requires you to pay attention to you, even if you have to remove yourself from situations in ways that might not feel fair to others, and almost unfair to you too. But like, I think you start to see that perception might be a little bit off, because what it does is it holds you captive in this star in reverse energy. This is an energy where we're not ascending to the level of life, of growth, of purpose that we need to be in. You have here you have patience and freedom. This is I'm not even looking at these, I just picked up these 2 cards, but they're patience and freedom. So being patient with yourself through that freedom. I think this is also a liberation for you, because I do want to say too, with the Queen of Wands, wherever she is now, with the Queen of Wands, this is feeling vital. This is feeling like you're on top of your own world. You're on top of your own experience. With the Black Cat here, you know, with the Black Cat in this energy, in this card, it talks about somebody who is very in tune with themselves, in tune with the occult. And I feel here, when you start to feel better, you flip that star around and you actually start to move forward towards the actual direction that you're supposed to be in. I feel like whatever the situation was, Virgo singles, I feel like this is a huge lesson for you, but also I think it gets you in a mindset that's actually new to you, and it allows you to have a better sense of freedom. So let me go ahead and ask, what advice can we give Virgo here for this reading? 2 of Pentacles here with the Chariot at the bottom of the deck, and Justice as well. So in regard to situations and matters of unfairness, of deception, we are bringing justice here. We're also, again, we have this energy of the Chariot being presented here, and it's here twice. And so it's like there is an ascension, there's a movement forward, there's an availability to new things. And I do want to say too, the Chariot generally, I can talk about cars, but like it also talks about kind of being selfish in your own personal endeavors, because that feeds your soul, that feeds your energy, that feeds your change, your direction in life, you know, so it's kind of like putting yourself on a different path. And with the 2 of Pentacles here, this is about juggling new opportunities, okay? If you look at the card, we have these ships in choppy waters, just kind of floating around. It talks about emotions, finding stability within emotions, okay? This can also talk about turning a hobby into a business. So I'm going to leave this here. I hope that this is helpful for you guys. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck too, you have the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Like, whatever you're involving yourself, and the Hermit, here's your energy. Magician under that even. So whatever you're involving yourself in, it's a pursuit that requires your dedication, requires your time, and it requires your passion. And there's education here that's kind of being pointed out to me too. It feels like you guys have a lot of study to do, and communication with people who are also of like mind. Even this card and the King of Wands, this card, I never use this card, but like, focus, 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 communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone created. So I feel like with this too, educational aspects, whatever you're learning here, Virgo, there's somebody here that helps you get a different understanding of it, or they're creative within how this is handled. This could just be you and your energy studying. Either way though, Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, and Virgo, these are, you know, this is really looking in on what your emotional sense looks like, what your emotional being looks like, your life in your emotions and your happiness. What does that look like to you? She's in the water holding the ships. She is stabilizing the emotions to help the ship no longer be floundering and unsteady. Here, the ships are floundering. They're bobbing up and down. Here, we are finding a way to have strength within our emotions. We are finding a way to be with like-minded beings in a collective, in a school, a pack. What is a thing of whales? What are they? What is that? A school? A tribe? What are they? I don't know what it's called, but whatever that is, you know, it's like you're enjoying that. You're inviting yourself to experience that. So help yourself with the emotions, studying the emotions. Help yourself bring stability in a confusing emotional time, and dedicate yourself to a new outcome here, Virgo singles, because it sounds like you have one. But I think there's an element of needing to become at peace with something first. So yes, this is what I have for you. I hope this resonates. If it does, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to donate to my channel, there's a link in the description box below. If you want a private reading, you can also get the information in the description box below. So I love you. I hope that this is helpful, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.